I'm Rob from HopZine.com. Thanks for joining me for another video beer review. This review is actually going to be dedicated to Terry K, Stuart Pickard, out there in YouTube land, who say I never review a British beer. Here we go. It's my second British beer review today actually, but this time it is a bottle of Black Cab Stout from Fullers in London. It is 4.5% ABV. I've been looking for this for quite some time. So, one for all those naysayers out there who say I'm not drinking enough British beer. Pint glass, admittedly it's an American pint glass, because I'm that kind of ponce. But a British beer, pint, British beer. So here we go. I'm a big fan of Fullers. I mean, I've never had this. I'm a massive fan of the London Porter. For me, it is the archetypal porter maybe in the world. I mean, it's absolutely peerless in my eyes, and hopefully it's probably one of the first stouts I've ever had from Fullers. Not known for their stouts, I guess. Fantastic looking bottle though. So, beer in the glass. Not completely black. I'm getting slightly chestnut, kind of licorice looking edges around it, slightly dark browny red kind of edges. The head bubbly, quite foamy looking, light tan I'd say. So let's have a sniff. Nice, quite beefy, quite oaty. Don't know if it's an oatmeal stout. They probably stuck some oats in there just to add a bit more body. A bit beefy. There's quite a lot of kind of chocolatey caramel. Yeah, maybe kind of breakfast cereal, something like shredded wheat or something like that. So, which I'm sure there's both oats and oats and or wheat in this. Definitely a kind of like a black malt edge. Yeah, a hint of gravy. Yeah, interesting smelling beer. Very, very British smelling stout. Anyway, let's dive in. Cheers. Very nice. It reminds me of once upon a time when Wensleydale Black Dub was like on form and awesome. Reminds me of this. As I said, I don't know if it is an oatmeal stout. It doesn't say anything about that on the bottle, but it has got that quality. Medium to slightly thin body. I'd have liked a bit more body myself in this beer. Initially, raisins, coffee. A little bit more coffee there actually. Definitely a kind of like a really dark malt character. Drops away, comes back with a bit of bitterness, which is probably as much from the hops as it is from the malt. Slightly fizzy. Yeah, drops away, bit of bitterness, and a really nice aromatic, quite heavy roasted coffee flavour. Slightly oaty, wheaty. Yeah, a bit of dark chocolate there. Ended quite bitter, but more of a dark malt bitterness. I'm completely plucking this out of the air, but it's speaking of black malt to me. It's just not chocolate malt really in this. I'm sure there might be a bit, but it's kind of more kind of like dark malt, a bit of brown malt, a bit of black malt. Something with a more acidic, cutting, kind of acrid edge. Ends quite balanced, inoffensive at the back end. Lasting flavour is quite bitter actually. More of a kind of like a dry bitterness. As I said, I'm not sure if it's from the hops or it's from those big old dark malts. But very enjoyable. Yeah, it's a nice stout. I've got some sport to watch on my PC. What I've I've got on there, so I'm going to just sip this. Actually, it's going to go down like nobody's business thinking about it. 4.5%, not going to have to worry about that. So that's a bottle of Black Cab Stout from Fullers in London, 4.5% ABV. Very respectable, a very solid, traditionally British stout. I hope it's something that Fullers keep around. In my opinion, it doesn't touch London Porter. London Porter's amazing. That's good, but it's that next step down in as far as quality goes. It's very enjoyable. If you see it in the supermarket, I think it's kind of getting around, especially down south. Check it out because it's certainly worth trying. And I'm certainly going to enjoy the rest of this glass. Anyway, I'm Rob from HopZine.com. I'll see you next time. Cheers.